All right, folks, we are back. Regular bat time, regular bat channel. Lonzo and Dusty ride again, folks. And like I say, every Tuesday about this time, y'all, it's going down like 4 flat tires and a broken elevator, but like this. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. From Eve after dark to concerts in the park. You're live with your boy Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. And in the dugout, on the screen, ready to get mean. Ha. My man, Dusty Vision, y'all. This is how we do it.
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling, Doc?
Big Lons, what up, my man? Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I heard you you had a rough past 24 hours, man. You want to share with everybody what's been going on?
You know, being an old school player like myself, I am very health conscious, man. I'm trying my best to stretch out my time as much as possible, and whatever I can do to assist God and give extended my situation, I'm gonna do that. I walk every Sunday. Me and my boys walk 5 miles every Sunday. We do all individual workouts during the week. I probably do about 5 miles twice a week during the week. Hit the gym a couple of times, but today and yesterday, I had to go through the process, baby. Had to go through the process. Cleaning out your bowels, cleaning out your guts, drinking that radiator fluid, coolant, and cleaned out my system for a colonoscopy today, man. And it's my second one. And to be honest with you, it wasn't as bad as the first one, Doc. It wasn't as bad. People make a big deal about the colonoscopy, where the camera got to go and all that kind of stuff, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, dude. The worst part about it is you can't eat 24 hours before your colonoscopy. And in the last 12 hours, you have to consume, from 6 until 6, you have to consume, I think it's like 4 gallons, a gallon of this super cleanse. I mean, this stuff is amazing when it comes to what it does. Clean out your system, Doc. You drink it at 6 o'clock, 6:15, you're going to the bathroom, and you're going to 6:30 and 6:45 and 7. And they want you to go and drink it until you damn near have a clear movement, which you think is not possible, but this stuff makes it possible. It makes it possible, boy. And I went down today, did my thing, and they give you some they knock you out completely, and they give you an IV, and you be talking 1 minute, next minute it's over with. You don't know nothing else. Okay. I looked at the clock when they stuck the IV in my arm. It was 12 o'clock. I woke up, it was quarter to 1. I don't remember shit from 12:59 till 11:45, 4:45. I don't remember a damn thing. Okay. But I know I was high, and that propofol.
Your eyes look like golf balls in that video, bro.
That propofol, waking up off that stuff is some of the best stuff I've ever had in my life. I asked for it to go bag, but they wouldn't give me one because this stuff is so bad, you can't take it because you can't wake yourself up. That's what happened with Mike. Okay. He took it, and Conrad got.
That's what I was about to say, Michael Jackson.
Conrad got on the phone and didn't wake him up like he was supposed to. But as of right now, man, I feel good. Doctors gave me snapshots of my colon. Here goes one polyp we found here, found some over here, and everything. I'm not bullshitting. I got everything but a Polaroid. They found little polyps. They took them out. He said they don't look like anything major. We're gonna go to them to the labs to make sure, but you look pretty good. And it's a relieving feeling, man, to go in and come out with a what you hope is what looks like a clean slate. So that's why I do what I do. I drink what I drink. I run where I run. I walk where I walk. I don't do what I don't do. And that's the reward of doing that kind of stuff. OG Steve, I see you, baby. Much love.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you for the $12. Yeah, Lonzo. I've been putting mine off for a few months. I'm going to be getting my first one ever within the next couple of months here. My wife got hers less than 6 months ago. Yeah, no, this is something that if something happened and you want to nip it in the bud, and I encourage everybody out there to do it. I've been playing my ass off with it for about 6 months, but it's about time for me to go in and do it. Let me ask you, flavor or no flavor when it comes to that drink? Because some people said they prefer flavor. Some people say nah, no flavor.
I found out. Well, first of all, it's not. It didn't really have a taste to it. It tastes like some lightly salty water. Okay, it's lightly. I mean, I gulped it. This morning I woke up about 6 o'clock. And I just took it to the head, like a big old bottle of water, and I had 4 glasses left, and I just took it to the head. It wasn't that bad. I mean, the first time, dude, it was horrible. I almost threw it up, the whole 9 yards. But this time wasn't that bad. And a friend of mine said, next time squeeze some lemons in there. You'd be surprised. It'll make it go down even better. So
squeeze some lemons. Okay, I'm taking all this in. Squeeze some lemons.
Lemons in there, and it'll take the edge off the salt filling. And yeah, Doc, get this. And you can eat, but you got to eat clear stuff, whatever the hell that is. Okay, you got to eat something clear. You can't eat nothing with no color in it. But yeah, I'm glad it's over with. It's a done deal, and I'm ready to do the easy thing and do the club thing and do the New Year thing. Let's do it.
Good, man. Good. Yeah, you knocked it out at the perfect time. You don't want to be doing that around Christmas or, Thanksgiving. But I encourage everybody out there, man, to take care of your health, dude, especially if you're in your 40s, pushing 50 like myself, and definitely in Alonzo's age. Alonzo, how many people I come across who tell me things like, oh, man, I ain't been to the doctor in 7 years. I ain't been to the doctor in 10 years.
Yeah. I got stage 4.
First of all, why are you bragging about that shit? Second of all, take your monkey ass to the doctor.
And then the ones, how about
exactly? And then you're dead in 2 weeks when some shit happens.
What? Yeah, because a lot of shit that kill you don't have no symptoms, dude. And that's the cold part about the game. The high blood pressure ain't no symptoms till you just have a stroke or have a heart attack. Prostate cancer ain't no symptoms till you start pissing blood. Colon cancer ain't no symptoms till you start shitting blood. By the time you get the symptoms, start getting your affairs in order, baby. Get your affairs in order, because it ain't no joke. That's why I do what I do when it comes to prostate cancer. That's the most ridiculous way for a black man to die outside of gang violence. And I'm gonna say it again. That's the most ridiculous, aside from gang violence. Yeah. That's the most ridiculous way for a black man to die. Prostate cancer and lead poisoning. That's the stupidest way for us to die. But hey, we got our own ways of thinking. Some of us got our own ways of thinking, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Yeah, man. That's a fact, dude. Yeah, I go once a year. I get my physical at least once a year. Get my labs back, which reminds me, I got my labs back today, and my cholesterol's through the roof, man. The first time it's ever been this high in my life. So I got to make some lifestyle changes myself. And I know you said your father, passed away from a stroke. That shit scares the hell out of me, man. So I'm definitely on this.
And ain't no age limit. Ain't no age limit on that shit. Ain't no maximum. Ain't no minimum, ain't no maximum. You can be as young as shit. Babies have heart attacks, Doc. Remember that little boy that played with Halle Berry and Billy Ray Thornton in that movie where Halle Berry slept with homeboy? The little fat boy.
Yeah.
He died in real life. Heart attack. Died in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He died in the movie, but he died in real life too.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. And
she was feeding that boy chicken like it was air.
And not to make this see? And not to make this on no health kick show. We'll get into the bulk of the topic in a minute, but I've been seeing so many obese kids lately, Lonzo. Like, not just fat, but obese, dog. I'm talking like 2 years old, 3 years old, obese, bro. Like, and more than I've ever seen in my life. It's really bad, dog.
A lot of the stuff the kids eat, a lot of the cereals that the kids eat here in America are banned in other countries. We got a lot of cereals that's banned in other countries that we feed our kids on a regular basis. A lot of candy that we feed our kids in America. You can't buy that shit no place else. And that, for me, that just shows you
Skittles, all that
shows
shit.
You how these different corporations are connected. Because if the food company is connected to the healthcare, and the healthcare is connected to the and the healthcare is connected to food, healthcare, and education, shit, you got us on lock. If you don't teach us no better, we won't do no better, and that way we end up on insulin or whatever the case may be. And now you got a patient for life, because they don't teach you how to eat right. It teaches you how to deal with various symptoms. Only worse.
Fact, dude. Thing, always after the fact.
Only thing better than the junkie is the patient. Only thing better than a junkie.
Damn, that's deep, bro.
Same thing. You still need a medication to survive. Whether you a junkie or a patient, it's the same thing, doc. So if I can make you sick and make you dependent on my medicine, shit, that's talking about dope dealing. Talking about Superfly. Come on, man.
Man. Cold game. Well, let's jump into it, man. Great having these conversations. Please check out your health, everybody. And before we get started, hit that like button, definitely. And if this is your first time joining the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Now, something I would like to talk with you about, Lonzo, to get the conversation going. There is a Milli Vanilli documentary on Prime that I'm going to watch tonight with my lady. I was a big fan of Milli Vanilli, obviously, before they got exposed. But what do you remember about Milli Vanilli before and after they were exposed for not singing?
Milli Vanilli was the shit as far as women was concerned. You got Fab and Rob with the dreads and the good looks, and they got the little funny ass dance that they was doing. Ooh, 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 girl, I love you. And they was the shit until homeboy missed them words. The record got to skipping, and they clowned their ass. Here's the cold part about that. To show you how things change so fast. Everything Milli Vanilli did, you see it happen all the time now. Don't nobody sing that song no more. Was it Cardi B? Was it somebody had a problem on stage and was looking around? The song still going. She was on stage. That was one of them. Excuse me. One of them superstar sisters was on stage and she had some kind of issue, and for whatever reason, the mic was on by her hand, and her voice was still coming over the PA. And now most people don't even attempt to use their own voices. They just be up there going along with the record. That's the wackest shit in the world. But yeah, back then, that was a major no-no, man. To be able to get caught lip syncing, oh my God.
Yeah. It was a big deal back then. Anyone who wasn't alive, they probably don't know the magnitude of how big it was. But you said it perfect, Lonzo. And Joe Budden even said it on the podcast. He took the words out of his mouth and vice versa. But he said, what did he say? He had a quote. He said, today the music business is built on a bunch of Milli Vanillis.
All they are. That's all they do. You know, you got other people writing the lyrics. Well, some of them, can't nobody write that bullshit, the Sexy Red, right? But her ratchet ass. But I can't stand that chick. I'm sorry, man. I can't stand what she represents. I can't do it. Me and my lady, some of my lady friends, we've argued about why would you want to support that? What anyway? But yeah, you got folks. I mean, even at showcases, man. When I do showcases, I tell artists, you cannot hit my stage and not do your vocals live. If you too dumb to get a goddamn instrumental track, don't come to my showcase, man. I don't want to hit a record.
Or breath control.
Learn how to perform, man. Learn how to perform. Dude, you have to, if you want to be a real performer, you have to rehearse, dude. You got to practice. You got to practice your breath control. You got to practice your move, what you're going to say. Ask me how I know. In this very room, me and the fellas would practice sometimes, man, 5-6 hours a day, dude. They hated that shit. I made them rehearse because we walked on stage. I wanted to make sure we know what we was doing. I never wanted to look like I was an amateur, man. We had to rehearse. We played with the biggest and the best back in the day. We were not opening acts for other rap acts. We were opening acts for More Standard Time, Climax, Mary Jane Girls, Barcades, Surface. We was opening for a lot of folks. Cameo. Dude, we could not go up there with grabbing our nuts and not know what the fuck we was doing. OG Steve, I see you, baby.
Yeah, good looking out. He says, after listening to Sexy Red, you feel like you need a trip to the clinic. Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
That's some disgusting shit, man. I don't know how women can get into it. It's amazing how people have been convinced that the most wacky shit of the world has become dope. I don't get it. I do. Maybe it's because I'm a little older and I've learned to think on my own. But how can you brainwash a whole generation into thinking something that ratchet, that wretched, that disgusting, that unappealing is actually good music? Okay, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But that's some serious marketing power, man. And but here's the crazy part about that. Of all the power of the most wretched artists in the industry, you would think by now somebody would support somebody that has something positive to say. That should tell you right there that something ain't right. And then only the artists that you see that's really making any kind of noise got some kind of negative issue. You know, no matter what it is, it could be wretched, it could be overweight, it could be their lifestyle, it could be whatever it may be. But yes, they definitely. And I ain't seen very few traditional artists, but somebody can just actually sing, look good, dance, and perform. They don't do them. They don't do that no more. You know, even the ones that do, you don't hear from them. The girl I like a lot is her, but I don't hear that much from her like I used to. But you know, now you got Sexy Red everywhere. Come on, man. I don't want to see that heifer nowhere. I don't want no woman I know to see her.
Yeah, I've never been into her type. You know what I mean? Some people find her attractive. I personally, don't. She's not unattractive, but it's just a lot of things around her make her. I don't. She's not my type.
She looks like a cheap streetwalker that you would pass up on Figueroa. Okay.
Facts.
Like a cheap $2 hole you see on Figueroa. Hey, baby, I got the back seat. I got a room. Yeah, right. You beat it by yourself, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do it.
I've done a lot worse, but you're exactly right. But speaking of how everybody's Milli Vanilli now, Lonzo, did they just come out at the wrong time? Before auto-tune, now, like you said, it's normal now. Do you think that wouldn't be a thing nowadays, right? In 2024?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's so many things that have become normal, man, that we would not accept it back in the day. I mean, the fact is most of these people can't really perform. There's no shows. There's nobody. They walk around and chicks twerk all day long, walk around bouncing, showing their ass. Ain't nobody. I ain't seen nobody in a minute actually rehearse and put together a routine, except for Beyonce, except for the majors. Everybody else is just give me my 15 minutes, give me my check. I'm out of here. I'm gonna shake my ass and cuss everybody out for as long as I possibly can and get me some money.
Yeah. Before Milli Vanilli, because they are the big story when it happened back in 91, 92. But are there any other examples of artists before them, even going back to your time or before your time, who came out, before Milli Vanilli, who were outed because they didn't know how to sing? That you could think of? Someone mentioned CNC Music Factory. That I remember that one too, right around the Milli Vanilli time.
That was a straight up bait and switch. The homegirl, I think it was Martha Wise, sang the song, and they put a cutie pie in the video, and that made like she sang the song. That's what that was about. That was a straight bait and switch. They put up, somebody that they could, that fit the look, but they had somebody else in the studio. Homegirl got her money, so she ain't mad no more. She ain't mad.
Was that the bait and switch thing? Was that something too? Even going back
a lot of times, man,
back in the day before hip hop and all that. But was that common?
But it was very common, man. To have different people because they looked better, do something. Like Elvis. Elvis. He had somebody that taught him how to be Elvis. It's a YouTube video. I just saw it recently. This brother had all he had the whole Elvis cadence, and Elvis grabbed that and just mimicked it, and then he eventually adapted it. But yeah, the song "Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog" came from a sister, that Big Mama Thornton, I think it was, made "Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog." But the guy who actually gave Elvis his cadence, it was a black dude, a studio musician. Somebody from the record company saw him and liked the way he did his thing. And he, you know, Elvis had the same kind of voice. He just mimicked that.
Facts. Anybody who thinks Elvis is original, he stole a lot of his character and a lot of his songs. That was popular back then, Lonzo. You know this, but even going back to the 40s and 30s and things, they would sing these songs in the juke joints, and they would be popular in, say, Memphis or Nashville or something like that. And then some white dude would get wind of that, go in there, listen to the song, maybe record it, and then take it back to his artist, let his white artist, blow the song up.
I'm going to ask Trady. Trady, what you know about Johnny Otis? I see Trady said Johnny Otis produced the original Hound Dog. Trady, what you know? Trady, what you know about Johnny Otis? And I'm gonna ask you another question. Tyree D. My bad. Tyree D. What's the connection between Lonzo and Johnny Otis? Does anybody know the connection between?
I think I know this.
Does anybody know the connection between Johnny Otis and Lonzo? I ain't never seen Johnny Otis's name in this chat room at all. I ain't think nobody in this chat room was old enough to know who Johnny Otis was. But there's a connection between Johnny Otis and Lonzo that some of y'all don't know. Somebody should know though.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I think I do. Knowing you for 6 years, I think I do. You bought his house. That's what I was about to say.
I'm sitting in the house right now. The house that I own that I'm sitting in right now was Johnny Otis' studio back in the day. I bought this house back in 1986 from Johnny. Yes, Samuel Hopes. I bought this house. I'm still here. And in fact, my neighborhood, the City Council of Los Angeles, Tim McOkerson just had our whole area designated as a historical landmark. Yes.
And Johnny Otis, if my memory serves me correct, got a fat check after that movie, what is it? Back to the Future came out.
Yeah, Johnny Otis, he got a fat ass check. It was gone like the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, there you go. Tyree got it too.
Yes, that's what it was, folks. And I'm praying to God that God blesses me in the same way, and I can leave here. Or I didn't want to sell the house. I just want to get me enough money to go buy me something else someplace else. That's all. I'd like to keep it as a historical landmark because it is. When you have two generations of musical geniuses come out of the same facility, it needs to stay where it needs to stay. Okay, you don't get something like, you don't get a lot of that. And anybody else lived in the Motown house is Berry Gordy, to my knowledge. Okay.
Damn. Facts, man. Facts. You know, kind of along the same lines of what we're discussing. I knew this existed, Lonzo, but when I heard an artist break it down today, it really tripped me out. And I want to hear your thoughts on this. But did you know that now very popular artists are using Chat GPT, which is an AI software, to write their songs? You could literally type in a subject and Chat GPT prints out a song. All the artist has to do is change a few words here and there, and voila, you have a possible hit song.
Yeah, Chat GPT ain't no joke. I was playing with it one night, and it's amazing what that app will do, man. I can see it, man. Dude, my buddy sent me a video today. Shout out to B. Frank Bam about Barry White saying something back in 1984, I think it was. 82.
82.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Keep talking. I'm gonna play it because I talked about it on my show. Keep talking.
Technology was going to take over the music industry. I saw the video today. I'm high off of propofol, and I'm like, hey, somebody sent it to me. I'm like, oh, okay, and here it is, 2023. You don't know whether it's live or Memorex. Okay, you don't know whether it's live or Memorex. You cannot tell. There's no way to know, and that is where we are today, folks.
Yeah, let me play a little bit of that, Lonzo, because I find this fascinating as well. Keep in mind, everyone, this is Barry White, random interview from 1983, talking about technology.
Yeah. Technology. See, what we see today is just the taking off of it. It's still coming. Technology is going to replace human beings. Unless you know how to program a computer or how to fix one, you're going to be in trouble in that area. in our industry, the industry has changed. Studios going out of business every day in Hollywood because technology has taken it from the big studio to a little space. Something new is happening in the 80s, just for you, but you can't get lazy. All you do is just make up your mind that you're going to do something. The key to life is your attitude. Make sure you're doing what you want to do.
So yeah, that was kind of the gist of it there. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 1983, and he's literally talking about what's going on right now.
Dude, if it wasn't for technology, I wouldn't have been in the music business. If it was not for technology, I would not be in the music business. When I got in the music business in 1982, they were just starting to make synthesizers and programmable synthesizers. And I couldn't program one. I still can't play one. But I hired a guy that could. Shortly after that, I bought my own system, the Oberheim system, and everything you wanted, you can program this thing. It would play it note for note. Arpeggiator, everything. It would play all that shit. And that's what we made our first album on. And as time progressed, you know, people bought the DMX drum machine. Then we bought SP1200s and shit like that. And now you don't even need a drum machine. You just need a fucking pad and a laptop and the right program. You get all the sounds you want. I mean, back in the day, man, you had to spend money to get sounds. You had to get your computer upgraded. It was you had to buy chips. Go to the shop, had the chips removed and put them back in there. Okay, ain't no more chips. You know, then you want to save something, you had floppy disk. Okay, but you had the big 5.5-inch floppy disk, and we got the little small 3.5, the hard ones. Now you don't need no disk, period. Okay, so the game changes so much, man. My phone be ringing. I'm gonna turn my phone off while I'm on the show, man. Somebody comment on it. I'm gonna do that just for you, man. Somebody commented because honestly, your phone be ringing and Dusty be going off camera. All right, man. We're gonna act like we're gonna do this is a live show, so ain't tell them what might happen in this motherfucker. But yeah,
yeah. Someone did a comment that I'm over here doing stuff and not paying attention. First of all, guys, I can do more than one thing at once. I'm listening to every word Lonzo's saying in my headphones. But we are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We're posting stuff. We're letting people know we're live. So, you know, for everybody, or, you know, the couple of people that commented, calm down, guys. And call multitasking. Try it every once in a while.
Reason why my phone is on, because usually at some point in time, I may want to call somebody and add some flavor to the show. That's why I leave my phone on. And my phone is tied to the system. But I just turned it off because it's been ringing a lot. This goddamn spam likely get on my fucking nerves. Every time
oh my God.
Nerves.
Dog. About 30 calls a day I get, not even exaggerating.
Why is that even legal? What's the purpose? Because usually you answer the phone, they don't say nothing. You answer the phone and they don't say shit. I'm trying to understand, why is that even legal? Why is it okay for somebody to call people and annoy them for no reason whatsoever? And usually if they call you, they tell you it's a scam. Why is it legal to run scams on people in America? Because they pay taxes? And it's us against the fucking crooks? What's the government supposed to do? They don't protect you from shit. If you get ripped off, they're going to do a goddamn thing. So why even put yourself in that position? What's the government supposed to do? They don't protect you from shit.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, the fucking robocalls, man, that's the most irritating shit in the world. They wait till you get busy or doing something, all of a sudden the phone, you're expecting a phone call, and you stop what you're doing to get to the phone. This goddamn scam like me. Motherfucker, get a life. And usually sometimes I think I got so bad, I just cuss them out. Why the fuck you call me? That's the best you can do with your life, man, is call me and ask me some dumb shit. I don't want no goddamn windows, and I ain't selling my house. Why the fuck are you call? Oh, I talk bad to them.
I actually mess around with them, and I've recorded a few episodes and thrown them on my channel, Dusty Vision TV. For anyone who wants to do it, type in Dusty Vision Indian Scams or something along those lines. And I did a few where I sit on the phone with them for 10, 15 minutes to fuck with them, and at the end, it's pretty good stuff, man.
Hey, what can you say?
But yes, that's very annoying, bro. Very, very annoying, those robocalls. All right, but yeah, so back to ChatGPT, Lonzo. So yeah, gone are the days where one would spend, a few days, a week to write and perfect a good song. Now you type in a topic and boom, you know, it's official. But take us back to your day. I love when we chat about the good old days. I like to call them now, it seems like. But take us back to your day, writing a song from start to finish. And feel free to just even say, let's go with Turn Off the Lights. How did that from start to finish? Give us a breakdown of that song.
Turn Off the Lights came from a real life situation. I was kicking it with this young lady, and she was a little bossy. And I've been hitting on her for a while, but she was not moving like I wanted her to. And she finally broke down. It was about to go down. And she said, look, let me tell you something, goddammit. I don't play. I'm a hell of a woman. And damn it, you ain't a hell of a man. You need to get your ass up out of here. And that was pretty much the gist of the conversation. I took that, and it came to me. Everything else is, I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I'm at the Compton SWAT beat, and that shit stuck in my head, and it just hit me. I felt like I was just verbally just throwing up because it just came up. Before you turn off the lights, blah blah blah. Whoop, whoop. I just wrote it all. I wrote the whole song in the parking lot of the Compton SWAT meet after I dropped off some records. I wrote on the sleeve of a record, and Dre had that beat he was playing with here in the studio, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he was kind of feeling it, and we finally laid it down after I had to bribe their ass to go to the studio because they was kind of mad at me for a minute. But yeah, that's how it came down. And Lovers was the same thing. We had heard, me and clientele we was all driving back from a gig from Oakland, and we rolling down the street, and LL had just dropped I Need Love, and it was a cool ass song. But we said, you know something? Ain't nobody ever made a love song for the West Coast. And well, how we gonna do it for us? How we gonna do that shit? We do it like them cats back in the day, the Floaters. And oh man, we can't sing. We ain't got to sing. It was just one. We ain't got to say. We rappers, and that's how Turn Off the Lights came about. I mean, Lovers came about. Much love, Tony.
Lovers. Shout out to Tony. ATK. He says, Lonzo, did you ever use the Roland TR-909?
Yes, we used that kick drum. We actually sampled it, and we used the kick drum for one of our CBS album.
Break down what a Roland TR-909
is a drum machine made by Roland. They had a 303. They had this 303, 606, and 909. 909 was the big one. My first drum machine was a Roland 303, I believe it was. They had a little silver box. They had a bass line and a silver box came together. Then they started making these other they all look alike. It was just bigger versions of the same thing. And the 909 was white. And it had all the Roland products had their own distinct sound, but the one we liked the best on the 909 was the kick. The 808, I mean the drum on the 808 was bomb too, but it just had the 808 had a bigger, expansive. You could open up the gate on the 808 and you got a bigger boom. And 909 had a little bit more punch to it, but it was still just as fat.
What's a piece of equipment that you wanted at one time? You saved up. It took you a few months to save up money. Maybe you had to put it on layaway. I don't know. But what is one prize piece of equipment for your studio that you got back in the day to where you're like, damn, I can't believe I got this?
Probably an emulator. An emulator. Emulator was the shit back in the day. The emulator.
What's that?
Emulator was a keyboard that you can put in. It was a sample keyboard. It was huge. It was heavy as hell, but it was made by EMU Systems, and it was like one of the first keyboards that you can actually play all kind of shit. You could that thing. It was a digital sampler. That it was more playing horns and drums, unique drums, whatever. But at that time, it was just a shit. It was just a shit. What everybody wanted, but nobody ever had, except for the big money studios. There was called a Fairlight. It was called a Fairlight system. A Fairlight system back then ran you about 50 grand. I only knew one guy that had one. A guy named John. It was like 50 grand. And it had to have its own room to keep it air conditioned. It was a huge ass computer. and you can grab any sound in the world out this damn thing, man. It was like the ultimate shit. I think maybe Quincy Jones and this guy John had one, and it damn near came with its own maintenance man. You had to like tweak it, coming in. Somebody had to check on it every few weeks, man, like a pool or whatever. It was just a huge ass system, but the keyboard gave you any sound in the fucking world at the time. Anything, no disc, no nothing. It was like a big ass computer, and the sounds were just magnificent. The horns, all the unique horns, banjos, whatever you want, orchestra sounds, whatever you wanted. You could hear the strings being plucked on these damn things. It was Fairlight system was the shit. Never wanted one, never could afford one, but that was the shit of that time. And the emulator was a smaller version of that.
Got it. I love these stories, man. Tyree D says, do you remember the MPC 60 coming out in '87?
Hell yeah. I never bought an MPC 60. By the time they came out, when I first got into the studio business, I was the only one that had a studio, period. And because I had a studio, I had some equipment. I had SP1200, SP1200, Roland keyboards, and Jupiter 8s, whatever the case may be. And the drum machine started changing so fast, I stopped buying drum machines because it didn't make sense. Because no matter what you bought, somebody else is going to come in with something else anyway. And the MPC just became the workhorse of all the producers, and they were like, shit. 2,500, $3,000. I just spent 2,500 on the SP1200. I'm like, I ain't doing that no more. And then, like I said, shit kept changing so fast. And then all of a sudden the studios became so abundant. I got out of the studio business. Just like Barry White said, I shut my studio down. But I looked up and Roland had a 24. Roland came out with a 24 track digital hard drive studio. And the motherfucker was this big, okay? 24 tracks. A 24 track studio that was this big. Fed in a briefcase. I'm out of the studio business. Nope, you can't make no money. I still got tape. I still got, you got to go buy tape and you got to go buy reels and no. I can't compete with that. And that's what put me at. That's why I left the studio business.
Damn, dude. Chris Dax says, Lonzo, what kind of board did you have?
One of my first mixing boards was a Kai MG1212. It was an all-in-one unit. It used like a mini, like a Betamax tape. It was a 12-track unit. We did all our demos on that. I sold that. Got a 16-track Tascam, whole Tascam system, and I had one more system after that. And by that time, I was out of the studio business. It was done. No, I did not have.
All right, well, let's keep it going. We're about halfway through the show. I'm gonna remind everybody. Oh,
no, I had an ADAT system too.
That
was tied into my Tascam board as well. I had 3 ADATs, and they were. When I opened up an ADAT, I was never so disappointed in my life. When something happened, and my boy says, "Let's look at it. Take the tape broke or something like that," and we opened it up to see what it was about. Because I was buying ADATs, I bought like 4 of them. And I had the ADAT controller, everything. And the last one I was looking for cost me like $1,700. And one of the tapes broke off in one of the machines. And my boy opened it up, and I looked inside. And I said, "What the fuck is this? I paid $1,700 for this shit." And all it was a VCR. All it was a 8-track, 8-track VCR. That's all it was. It was an 8-track VCR. All them lights and shit was all for show. Wasn't nothing in that motherfucker, but some few transistors and one head with multiple heads. One head, one record head with multiple heads on it.
I think you said it best not long ago, or quite often on the show. You said if these artists today had to do half of what you guys had to do back then just to record a song, there wouldn't be no music out.
Well, the quality of music would be a lot different for damn sure, because everybody,
or would it be better?
Yeah, any and everybody couldn't make it. That's the problem. Anybody and everybody can make it. It's like, why you think shit ain't have? Why you think turds have no value? Everybody make them. There's no value in shit. Okay, shit has no value. Why? Everybody makes it. Okay, if shit had a value, boy, come on, man. But we take bullshit and turn it into give it the illusion that it has value. We get a lot of bullshit out here that people put value on a lot of bullshit, and you wonder why folks can't sell concert tickets because nobody wants to hear them shit. That's just cool in the car. It may be cool because it's a stream and you in a vibe. You want for like changing the radio station or changing the, the channel or whatever the case may be. So you listen to the shit and you'll get used to it. Will I buy a ticket to go see this motherfucker? I doubt it very seriously. And that's the part the corporations ain't getting. Yeah, you got to stick Sexy Red with Drake, but shit, only reason why people are looking at it because Drake is coming behind her. If it wasn't for Drake, anybody coming for her? Put in the room by herself. She ain't nobody coming. You're gonna get a couple of ratchet hoes coming. That's it.
Damn, Gary has a great question. He says, now can AI take your publishing? Ooh, this is going to be a whole different game.
AI, you know what? I saw something the other day that they were saying that a guy had used AI to create a picture. And they wouldn't give him a copyright on the picture because it was not made by a human being. So AI can't take your publishing because AI can't own your publishing. How can it take? How can a computer take your publishing if it can't? It's no way for the computer to own it. Can you own the publishing created by a computer? Is the question. Can you own the publishing for a song created by AI chat? Then that's going to be one for the debates. Because if the people who program Chat GPT can prove that program wrote the song that made the hit, are you entitled to any publishing? Think about that one.
Damn.
The people that program a GPT with a GPT chat can prove that your song was written by AI, and if they claim to publish the writers on that song and the publishing, what you gonna do? The computer can't publish it. Okay, the computer can't claim it, but can the programmer of the computer claim that? That's one for the courts. That's one for the courts. If you put together, if you collaborate with Chat GPT and make a song, who owns the publisher? Huh?
Damn, I bet there's gonna be a lot of pissed off people in about 5 years when those royalty checks stop coming in.
Yeah, they gonna, man, come on. At some point in time, they may even flip the whole game around once Chat GPT comes into play and make the royalty rates better, because now it going to the corporation as opposed to individuals. If you collaborate with Chat GPT, we're gonna take this right here. We're gonna take 60%, 40%, whatever the case may be, because for our R&D in programming. Now what you gonna do?
Damn.
You know they play dirty. I don't know why you think they don't. You may get over for a minute, trust me, but after a while, the same thing with sampling. People got away with sampling for a long time. Then I said, "Oh, you know what? Y'all making hit records? I hit records. I need to get paid. In fact, I need a fat ass advance. Oh, Dre finna do something with my song? I need 50,000. I need 100,000. Q finna do something with my song? I need 50,000. Prince said, I don't want none of your money. Keep all your money. You can't sample none of my shit. He was notorious for you can't sample.
Yep. He did not play.
You can't sample shit of mine. Okay. I think Aaliyah was one of the first people he let me do one of his songs. I think. So yeah, Doc, we in a different era, man. Imagine,
yeah,
right?
Man.
Imagine,
You broke it down,
imagine
bro. That's
AI
crazy.
doing the arrangement. Now, wait, that's where your shit gonna come. That's where the problem gonna come in. Your real problem gonna come in when they start doing arrangements with AI, and that shit start banging. Wait.
Damn. Making beats and shit.
Come on,
Oh
dude.
man.
Who said it can't happen? It start making, if AI start making beats and you stick a hologram in front of something, what we need humans for? What we need humans for? If AI make the beat and the track, you stick a hologram in front of it, what we need you for? All we need is programmers.
Yeah, I don't get speechless. I don't get my mind blown very often, but tonight is one of those mind blowing conversations because I didn't even think that deep into it, bro. And you did, as somebody who's been in the industry since the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, Barry White was way ahead of his time. What he said is only a matter of time before you have AI generated music, AI generated vocals, and you already got the hologram technology. What the fuck? And they don't get sick. They don't need nothing. All you gotta do is create that shit, and if people buy into it, oh man, because people will buy into it if it's funky enough. That's when the shit will change, because now AI can do shit that only a music master can do, and they may up the quality of music to the point where this thin ass booty hole brown big pink pussy brown hole booty hole shit is obsolete as fuck. That shit will become
so maybe a way to wash out the bullshit. Okay, I see where you're going.
Saying? OG Steve, I'll see you again, baby. Much love to you. So you got a situation now that could you imagine? Because we ain't had no Earth, Wind, and Fire type shit. We ain't had no Barry White type shit. This generation don't know what that shit is until they go into their mama's record collection. If AI came out with some orchestrated shit that was just banging, like Barry White used to make, and have an AI voice singing that shit like Barry White, or a Barry White-ish type situation, for lack of a better reference, you got this, and then you put it in a Tupac body or a Michael Jackson hologram. Come on, man. Come on. This all we're doing now is taking what's that shit in cartoons, anime to another level. Now you just took anime to another level. And holograms, I was watching it. My boy sent me the Tupac hologram. Yeah. That look good. Okay. That son of a gun sound and look good. And all you gotta do is pay the programmers. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's a wild time.
Dude. Yeah, man. I was with my family for Halloween last Tuesday, and my nephews are in their costumes that they came in. And just later on in the night, one of the family members sent some pictures back to us, and they had AI'd totally different costumes onto my nephews, and it looked like that was the damn costume they wore that night. They were Ninja Turtles, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to my shirt. But they AI'd some other stuff to where one had a suit on and a mustache, and this Lonzo, it looked 100% real. 100. And in the future, we're not going to be able to tell what pictures were real, which ones are fake. I mean, this is a weird time we're living in, bro.
Photoshop is already the coldest game in town. Photoshop have all be trans. Okay, man head with big old titties. Okay, Photoshop ain't no joke. Skin tones, everything. You'll be heartfelt trying to figure out what is what, man. Talking about some magic? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and my wife was looking at my wife gets these magazines where she wants to, or not magazines, it's all on her phone now, obviously, but she's looking through the catalogs on her phone, And I'm looking at these pictures and I ask her, hey, baby, zoom in. Lonzo, the way that they shape these women, there's no woman in the world that, I mean, they have waist like this thin and like the hips are, there's no, I said, look at that woman on there. If she stood in front of you right now, you would think she was an alien or something like that. They got these women, these poor girls out there who are getting these plastic surgery and BBLs and things like that, thinking that women actually have 18-inch waist when that's not the case for most women.
You can't do that, man. You got to have room for your guts, your stomach and intestines have to have room to do what they do. There was one lady, she wore a race trainer. I thought she wore this waist trainer. What they call them back in the day? They didn't call them waist trainer. They call them something else. Corset.
Girdle, maybe?
Corset.
Oh, corsage. Corset. Yeah, corset.
She wore this corset so long, and it's basically it was an old school waist trainer. But fucking, she died from infections because the food, she couldn't digest the food. All your vital organs are in your stomach, man, between your waist and your fucking chest. You got to your blood got to flow, food got to flow, water got to flow. You can't just do a girdle. There you go, Chris. A girdle. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, girdle. Yeah, that shit is good for one night when you're trying to squeeze in that dress, but on an everyday basis, nah, man. You mess up your whole your whole system, man.
Yep. Someone had a question. They said, speaking of Barry White, did you cross paths with Jean Redd or R&B singer Sharon Redd?
Nope. I'm not even sure who they are.
Okay. Who are Jean Redd and Sharon Redd? I don't want to. Do we know who they are? Oh, okay. Sorry, man. Didn't get your question. Didn't get a cool story. Gary's Garage says, how do you feel about Flavor Flav singing the national anthem?
You know what? Flavor Flav is getting his checks, man. You know, I
liked it. I thought it was cool.
I saw part of it. I just hate to see a brother. Well, first of all, let me say this. First of all, Flavor Flav is a musical genius. Okay, you ever seen him play the piano? Huh? Flavor Flav can play. Yep.
I'm very familiar with his musical background.
Flavor Flav can play the shit out of a piano. I'm talking about classical shit. Okay, I'm not talking about no chopstick shit. Okay, I just hate to see a brother with that kind of talent be exploited. Something like he gets exploited a lot, man. I wouldn't want to live my life with a clown. That's my personal take. Had nothing to do with anybody else. It just seems when he had that roast, and Cat Williams talked about it to the best. They called him all kind of crispity, crackety heads and all kind of shit, and they gave him a check. And when he saw the check, you know, they could call me crispity, crackety too. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, ain't nobody offer me that kind of money. Ain't nobody offer me that kind of money to do shit. But what do you want your legacy to be? You was clowning in Public Enemy. You was a hype man. That was your role to soften up Public Enemy with the big clocks and yeah, boy, and 911's a joke, all that kind of shit. That shit is fine. But when Flavor of Love, they grabbed the most unattractive brother they could think of and gave him all them women. Hey, y'all know damn well y'all wouldn't mess with this brother if he was on the streets. You wouldn't give him time of day. That's some bullshit. So he was and this is where reality TV stopped being real. Okay, reality TV stops being real because goddamn well that ain't gonna happen in real life. Bridget Nelson gonna kick it with Flavor Flav. Get the fuck out of here. Sly Stone's ex-girl gonna kick it with Flavor Flav. Now she was having some problems. Don't get me wrong, but she needed a check too. Okay, and that's the part that keeps it from being real. Yeah, for the most part, it keeps it from being real, but it is real because that's how you really are when you need a check.
Yep.
Chris says Roseanne Barr did the national anthem. Yeah, it was horrible. Marvin Gaye did it. He rocked it, and they changed the rules on him when he did it.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Marvin Gaye did the national anthem. He turned it into sexual healing. He had an 808 and everything. But look it up on YouTube. Marvin Gaye version.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
Marvin Gaye version of national anthem. He rocked that shit. Okay, and they got mad. They changed the rules on it after that. You cannot change the tempo or something else for the national anthem. You got to do it as square as possible now. You know how we gonna? You know how we are. We're gonna take some shit. We're gonna put some seasoning salt on it. We're gonna make it our own in a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Put some rims on it. I don't give a damn if you got.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. Yeah, it ain't gonna be happy birthday to you. It's gonna be happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Yes, they're gonna do it like that. They're not gonna just happy birthday. No, put another candle on my birthday. Get some bullshit. No, that's not gonna happen like that.
Damn, that's a trip. I'm looking at it right now. 1983 national anthem at the NBA All-Star game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into that. That's an interesting story right there.
Can you play it? Play a hot second?
Damn. Yeah, shit, I'll play it right now. Yeah, I'll play it right now. Hold on. Let's see. We'll get it right here going. Hold on. Boom. We got a commercial, little Hennessy commercial to add to the mood, I guess. All right, hold on here, and boom. Like, baby, come into my bed, America.
He did that shit. Them folks got, man, you can't do that, Negro. We can't dance to that shit. They did not like that at all. They passed a rule right behind that. You cannot change the rhythm or tempo or something like that of the national anthem. You got to sing it as it was written. Okay. Yes. Marvin Gaye made him change. Black man made him change the game again, change the rules again. Yeah.
And I think we'll probably all agree that Whitney did the best ever. Like, and I was alive to see that. She, man, oof.
Yeah, she killed it. Okay, I don't think nobody's ever done it as good as she did. All right, folks, almost time to wrap up. What else we got before we get up out of here?
R.I.P. to Whitney. Yeah, almost that time, man. Yeah, no, that's it, man. I mean, pretty much we got everybody's questions answered from the chat. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are, if this is your first time tuning in, and definitely hit that like button before you head out. And check out Lonzo's show every Friday with Dr. Dre from MTV Raps, Legendary Connects. It's a great show where they go back and forth on a lot of the hot topics. Anything else, Lonzo,
folks,
before we get out of here?
One of those calls I just turned off was my T-shirt, man, for the Easy Street shirt. They'll be ready tomorrow. I've only ordered about six extra signs. If I know my man, I think it was Vista, wanted to sign, and whoever think they want to sign, let me know. No, I got to put the order in by tomorrow. We got to take some deposits because I got to pay for them up front, folks. So we'll talk about the price and everything offline. But yes, there will be some commemorative signs. We've got T-shirts ready to roll, and it's going down. In fact, the signs are going to be unique to Easy Street. I think they're going to read Easy Street, Compton 9220 or something like that. They're going to have a little something different than the rest of the street signs. So yes, hit me on my email address, reallonzo NWA at gmail.com, reallonzo at gmail.com, reallonzo NWA at gmail.com, folks. And we got about 45 seconds. Dusty, what you got going?
Man, ask everybody to check out my channel, Dusty Vision TV, right here on YouTube, Dusty Vision TV on Instagram. Got a lot coming up. YouTube's been messing with me, so my monetization is suspended for a little bit, so I'm scrubbing my channel and things like that. Yeah, man, every once in a while they come and hit me with some BS, but I'll be back in effect in no time. So it's just a little slight pushback, but I'll be fine, no worries. But yeah, it's got to be careful what we say on here, unfortunately.
Man, that's why I don't say much of nothing.
Man, and that's what it all boils down to. But, yep, good call. Basically, it's gonna get to a point where we're just gonna sit here and just look at each other because we can't say shit.
Only country.
But anyway, man, it's always a pleasure, dude.
Only country with free speech, you better not say that. It's gonna cost you. All right,
that's it.
Only country.
All right, man. Here's with that rap, dude.
All right, for those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre in the surgery. Stuck Ice Cube in the freezer till he got cold. On the eve after dark, Center Field Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe that Hollywood bullshit because it was all cap. My history goes deeper than most of y'all will ever know. Just remember that NWA stands for Not Without Alonzo. We're out of here, folks. Peace.